Hello students, good morning. Let's continue our chapter 13 of class 12, that is organism and its population. In our last class we have studied about different type of population attributes, and in this class we will study population interactions. But before population interactions we should know about life history of variation. Variation means change which help the species for its survival. So what is its life history, how variation occurs and when it occurs? As we know, all organisms that reproduce sexually bring a variation, more variation than asexually reproducing organism. So this variation helps that species for survival. But here, according to Darwinian fitness represents the reproductive fitness of the organism. Means the organism which reproduce more in its lifetime will produce or give more progeny, and more is the progeny, more is the variation, more is the evolution, and more is the survival advantage that organism get. So if we consider some example of those organisms who reproduce only once in their life, and some reproduce many times in their life, some small animals reproduce to give more progeny, some large animals gives only single progeny. So let's see which animals reproduce only once, which many times. So Pacific salmon fish and bamboo is a plant species, and Pacific salmon fish reproduce only once in their life. Birds and mammals reproduce many times in their life, and some other smaller animals reproduce more than in their life cycle, and some organisms reproduce within a day, within second. So the reproduction that occurs continuously or successively gives more variation. But still, it is important to know that the variation is an important factor for the ecologists to study about life history. So this is impossible for now for the ecologists. So still their experiment was continue on variation on different species. So let's see here, the main topic of today is population interactions. As we know, any species can't be survive alone on the earth. So either it is plant or animal or bacteria, even or other higher organisms can't survive alone. They need the help of another organism, either for food or for oxygen or for water, etc., etc., either in the form of inorganic or organic. So let's see how they interact with each other. Suppose here I am giving you an example of plant. Plant is a living organism, but it needs or depends on non-living organisms for synthesizing its food, like it needs soil. Again, if we see, from soil it takes nutrients in the inorganic form, and that inorganic form is converted by the microorganisms like bacteria and fungi, which converts the organic material into inorganic form, due to which the plant is able to receive through its roots. And again, it takes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which is abiotic component. So here we can see the organism either dependent on other living organism or some non-living organism. Here we will see how they interact. As we know, on the earth different type of organisms are survive together. Plants, animals. In animals we can see different type of animals like tiger, rabbit, rat, cat, deer, cow, buffalo, etc., etc., etc. So how they interact with each other, and what type of interaction we can see in these organisms. So let's see. If we consider the species that is benefited from another species, that is denoted in plus sign. If it harm, then it is minus sign, and if it is neutral, then it is zero. So using these symbols we can study the population interaction in clear. So let's the species A and another species is B. So here the relation between two species is plus plus, and as I have told you, plus denotes for benefits. So if both the species get benefited from each other, then this type of interaction is called mutualism. Another example, if one species get benefited and another species get harmed, here this type of interaction is called predation. Predation means when one species feeds on another, means used it as food. So here one species obviously get harm and another species get benefit. So this type of interaction is called predation. Next is when one species benefited and another species is neutral, means when the species deserves or takes nutrition from another species, then it affects no more to that species. That's why it remains plus and 0, which is considered as commensalism. Remember, in commensalism, one species get benefited and other get unharmed. Next is your one is plus and one is 0. So here plus and 0. Plus means benefit and 0 means unharmed. So already I have told you that this is commensalism. Another is minus and 0. Minus and 0 means, minus means harmed or affected, or 0 means neutral, means unharmed. So this type of interaction is called amensalism. This is called amensalism. Don't get confused. In commensalism, the relation between two species is plus and 0. In amensalism, the relation is minus and 0. Minus and 0 means one get harmed and another get neutral or unaffected. Next is competition. In competition, both the species get harmed, means minus and minus. So it means that during competition, if we compare competition with the other interactions, in competition both the species get harmed. As we know, when there is a competition occur between any species, then both get harmed. Either a little or a much, both get harmed. And the next relation is parasitism. In parasitism, what happens? One species get benefited, that's why it is denoted as plus, and one species get harmed, this is denoted as minus. So let's study about each interaction in detail. So first we will study about predation. We will study about, first topic of your NCERT book is predation. So let's study in detail predation. What do you mean by predation? Do you know what is prey and what is predator? Predator. Prey is the thing which is eaten by the predator. Suppose here is deer and here is tiger. So here tiger is predator and deer is its prey. So we are going to study about predation. So let's understand. Predation is the interaction in which predators depend on prey for completing their life or for their nutrition. So without prey, any predator can't survive. So how this occurred and how this happened? Let's see through example. Suppose all the prey are finished from the earth, then what will happen? Then the predators will indirectly affected and they will got extinct and the ecosystem get affected. That's why predators are known as prudential in nature. Prudential in nature means they can survive for a long time as they do not completely finish their prey population. Predator also plays an important role as it feeds on other animals, but it also plays an important role. How? Because it maintains the prey population in control. Suppose you see here the example I have given you, that is deer. If there is no tiger, then deer will increase, and if deer increase, then they feed on grass or other plants, due to which grass and other plants get extincted or finished, and some days indirectly the deers get extinct, due to which ecological imbalance will occur. But here the predator not only maintains the prey population, but also this acts as a conduit for energy transformation in different trophic levels. So here you can understand through another example, that is in the 1920s, in Australia, the prickly pear cactus was introduced. Remember the name, prickly pear cactus. introduced into Australia. Introduced into Australia. So when it is introduced into Australia, then its population increased so rapidly that invade the area or invade the grassland, due to which other animals, other organisms can't survive, they get extincted. So for its rapid spread, to stop its rapid spread, here one moth is bring which feeds on these cactus to control the population of this prickly pear cactus. So here how it controls the population, you can understand. Prickly pear cactus introduced into Australia in early 1920s to stop its population. So when the moth is introduced, then its population get controlled. Another example I will give you about predation, that American Pacific coast, the starfish pisaster, an important predator. Starfish pisaster. Starfish pisaster. You can underline in your NCERT book of the topic, that is predation. In exams, only the examples will come which organism. Suppose the question will come, how the prey population bring in control, how the prey population bring in control in Australia or in North America, etc., etc. So here you have to understand that how American Pacific coast, the starfish pisaster, an important predator, and how it is removed from the area, because due to the starfish pisaster, the other invertebrates living in that area get extincted. So after some days, what happened, they have to remove from that area to stop the interspecific competition between them. Next is, as we know, here always predators feed on prey, but there are also some mechanisms due to which the prey saves or protect itself from the predators. If I give you the example of plants, as we know, if a tiger wants to catch the deer, the deer run away. But when a herbivorous goes to eat the plant cannot run away, because as you know, plants remain constant in their position. So here some mechanism were adopted by the prey to protect itself from the predators. Suppose for example, here the monarch's butterfly. Do you know what is monarch's butterfly? Monarch's butterfly is produce a distasteful substance, due to which when the predator, here the predator is birds eat on the monarch's butterfly. Due to its distasteful taste, it will not eat, means these birds not eat monarch's butterfly. So this is a defense mechanism that is adopted by the prey to protect itself from the predators. Another example I can give you, that some herbivores, as I have told you, feed on plants. So some plants acquire some chemicals and some which causes reaction in their heart, some cardioglycosidic reactions, due to which the browser means those who browse means like this, they go through the boundaries or through the hedges by close in close contact like this. Suppose this is blackboard and I am browsing here like this. Some browsers nature is, they don't go straight, they always go there where there is a hedge or boundary. So to protect themselves, some plant species acquire spines on them, some bear chemicals like nicotine, caffeine, opioids, etc., etc., to protect themselves from the browsers. So these are the mechanisms. Here in predation, I have told you how prey and predator interact with each other, how prey population controlled by the predators, and why predators are called prudential in nature because they completely not finish their prey population. They only eat when or what is needed by them, how much they need, only eat that amount. Next, I have told you here how prey also have defense mechanism to protect itself from the predators. So this is all about your predation. And next topic is our competition. So what is competition? As I have told you, competition is the relation between two species in which competition, next topic is our competition.